And what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Chat and Craft. I am your host, Ryan. Good to see you guys. I know it's been about a week since my last video. That was never intended, but hey, it had to do with finals. I'm a senior at Central Michigan University, and the good news is finals are done, so I get a week and a half break. But the good news is 4 A's and 3 C's. So round of applause for I don't like to boost my or boast around, but it's kind of nice because in high school I was a deadbeat student and like now I'm 3 pointing, so it's great. So it's nice to finally be back with you guys. Like I said, we always drink a craft beer, and today I am presenting again another local of my community, but it is a staple and it's is around the country. I know you can get it in multiple places around the country, but we are drinking tonight. We are drinking Bell's Oberon. Okay, really great American wheat ale, kind of like a citrus taste to it. Obviously you only pour it in the glass. Obviously, you that's what you want to pour it in. I just feel like you get the natural taste when you have it in the glass. The funny thing about this is, obviously I got done with finals, but I am an essential worker, and it was funny because I started my second job this past Monday, and immediately I wanted to get an Oberon because one, it's one of my favorites. Two, it's like it gives you that taste where you like crave it a little bit, and it's not has nothing to do with the alcohol buzz. It's just that certain flavor it has, and like I said, it's an American wheat ale, but it is also like kind of like an IPA where it has kind of like a citrus, kind of orangey type um feel to it. So let's get a taste of this. This is actually my second one. Being an essential worker, I have to cleanse uh shower a lot, because of germs, and you never know who you come in contact with. And it's funny because I actually shotgunned one of these before I got into the restroom. So we're gonna go ahead and take a test. That's just gonna be a really quick video because I told you guys how the video length depends on how fast you drink the beer. This one's gonna actually go down really fast. So just like that, it's halfway gone. This is one of those beers where it's one of Kalamazoo's staples. This is also a Michigan staple. You can seriously get this anywhere, and now you can pretty much get it all over the country. I know I got family in Florida. You can even get it down there, and I know they've moved their facilities out west, kind of in like the Nevada area too. So you can they're kind of distributed all over the country. From what I know of the story, a man just started his own brewing back in the 70s, and it just happened to take off. Very good for him, and obviously he's had this major success with Bells in general. And a funny story is, excuse me, funny story is, I had a roommate and he was turning 21 and he wanted to go to the Bells Brewery for dinner. And so me, him, and my other two roommates, we all went there, for dinner. And I had never been to a brewery before for dinner. And the funny thing was, the waiter comes up to me. The waiter's taking our order, and the funny thing is, like, yeah, this is when I first learned about craft beer and the craft of it. I said, like, yeah, can I get like a Bud Light or a Miller Lite? And the waiter, bless his heart, he's like, where the freak do you think you are? And I had no idea, and my roommates were kind of laughing at me. I'm like, oh, okay, and it was turned into one of those situations where it was like, what do you recommend? And obviously this was in like the very early stages of like the spring, so this is a seasonal beer. It only comes out in the spring, and then I think it only goes to like October, but it is a favorite among the locals, and you can find it. But the funny thing was, is like, what would you recommend? And the guy straight up told me, he's like, well, Oberon isn't out right now, so I would recommend this. So, like I said, so the biggest story I've been hearing in the last week is so colleges. There's a lot of colleges and like places in the country that were never hotspots. I heard the University of Iowa plans on reopening its campus on June 1st. And if nothing affects them, that's great. That's wonderful, and because if they're able to succeed, that gives an open door to getting back to reality and what life was like. Just a couple months ago, like I said, I go to Central Michigan University, so it's like I still don't even know if we're even going back in the fall, and it's crazy. So let me get another drink of this real quick. And when it comes to politics, I'm kind of gonna ease back on the politics a little bit, but I know the FDA has regulated certain drugs companies to make emergency vaccines and everything like that, but at the same time too, our death rates have 2 days ago I saw it rose by 3,000 people in the U.S. Now this morning when I saw it, it raised by $4,000, and um, it's coming at a time where everyone's like easing these restrictions, and it's like people need to know. It's like I've even seen people in my work. It's like they're not wearing masks or anything like that, and it's crazy because I feel like it's the people with the attitude. Oh, it'll never hit me. And it's like, well, those are the people it normally hits. And I want everything to open up, you know, the way it's supposed to be because, my wife and I, we have to go to a wedding in August that is, in Seattle. And obviously, if you guys have been covering the COVID stuff since the start, Seattle was supposed to be a hot spot. Obviously, it turned into like New York, Detroit, New Orleans, but that was an essential hotspot right at the beginning of this, and everyone was worried about that area. And I personally have never been to the West Coast, and I really want to go to Seattle. I mean, I know it's not LA, but at least it's in a different time zone, and I want to go check it out, and I want to go backpacking and everything like that. So obviously that's going on. We want to, obviously I want people to continue to social distance, because we want to make sure we can beat this. Everyone keeps saying like this might turn into the flu, and that's what it's looking like. But we've never encountered something like this before, so we want to like make sure that we're doing everything right, and anyone who sees this video, and if you're dealing with these things, I'm praying for you and everything like that. But the changing roads now. The funny thing is, so obviously the big sports news that came out, the last couple weeks is NASCAR is going live. They're going to start racing again, and they don't have. And so the thing of it is, obviously they're already social distancing, being in the cars and everything like that. But they're going to be racing at tracks again with fans. And the funny thing I want to see, anyone who hasn't seen NASCAR before, my wife's out there. And anyone who hasn't seen NASCAR before, I feel like a lot of people who don't like it are going to become fans of it because, it's the only sporting event that's live right now. And ESPN has been reporting, or at least I've heard, people are kind of becoming fans of Korean baseball because it hasn't hit Korea that hard and it's live sports. Everyone's going to be, and it's just, I can only imagine like the videos that are going to come out on YouTube, just like uh, certain stereotypes or certain people that become NASCAR fans out of nowhere. And it's going to be really entertaining to watch. But it's kind of nice because it's kind of a gateway back to reality and what we're used to. And, we need that in our lives. We need a day to day function. I already said in my last video that they said when they did the live stream of the NFL draft and they did it virtually, it broke records because everyone was just waiting for a live sporting event. And this is crazy, And but yeah, we're gonna take another drink at this. Like I said, Oberon, you can seriously find this anywhere. Funny thing about this is since I'm about an hour away from the Grand Rapids, Michigan area, and there's a baseball team called the West Michigan Whitecaps. Used to be Grand Rapids, but they changed it to West Michigan. But you can get this beer in like a McDonald's size large cup, and it's plastic too, and it's hilarious. But this is one of the most refreshing beers you could possibly have. And it's like, I'm an essential worker. I work at two grocery stores, and they both sell it. And it's like whenever I look at it, obviously I don't think I have a drinking problem. Some may beg to differ, but when I look at it, I'm just like, oh, that sounds so good. Um, I remember great, a man. I used to have a coworker. His name is Mark, and we're just gonna leave it at Mark. I had a coworker a few years ago, and I remember him telling me back in the day that if you worked for a company like Budweiser, I think it was just Budweiser, but he told me like when those brewers were on lunch breaks, they were allowed 4 beers during their shifts. And it's like, wow, that looks sounds great. I mean, 4 beers. I mean, I have a high tolerance level. I mean, that would give me a small buzz, but it's like it's not gonna make me like it's not gonna make me like So, but yeah, Oberon, great summer beer. I know this is really popular in my household, and we drink this all the time. I drink it. My family drinks it. It's really great. So we're gonna try to. I haven't really tested the limits of my video camera yet, so I hope when like people like hear me and they don't like hear like me breathing in the cup, but it's really funny. But yeah. The other thing that's going on. So I'm a broadcasting major in cinematic arts, and so basically, I'm majoring in the field where you can make movies, you work for reality TV and everything like that. But I'm also minoring in athletic coaching. The main reason why I wanted to do that was because I wanted to be a sports broadcaster when I was got out of college. I love college football. I love NFL. That's all I wanted to do. Um, when it comes to like college game day for the college football, I've been watching that program for probably about 10 plus years now. Um, obviously I played football, and obviously I'm from the Michigan area, and when Western Michigan went undefeated, the college game day came to the campus, and I got to watch it live, and I'm just like, I want to do that. That just sounds so fun, being able to travel every week, and it's different, and college football and NFL football, they're both entertaining, but they're on two different levels because like um when it comes to college, I just feel like you get more of a sense of community and what the area is really like, and that's what I want to do. Now, I'm a minor in athletic coaching. If I knew what I was getting into, I probably would have flipped them, because I'm looking at my minor, and it's like, oh my gosh, I in 2 plus years at a major university, I haven't gotten lower than a B plus. You know, my minor, I'm doing well too, but just not as well. And the funny thing is, to close out my fall semester, I'm graduating in December of this year. And to close out my fall semester for my minor, I have to do a coaching internship. And I can do that at any level. I can do that at high school, college, middle school. I can do pro. And I got an email from the Tennessee Titans, and they told me about it wasn't personal, it was a mass email, so they probably sent it to a lot of people. But they told me about a job fair they were having at the end of this month. Now we're in May, and it was on May 30th. And then, they were going to be there. The Atlanta Falcons were going to be there, Vanderbilt University, and a lot of other companies like sporting companies and everything like that were going to be there. And I was like really excited to give them my resume. And then, I found out the other day, obviously they are postponing it due to the situation we're in right now, but I have to do a coaching internship because that's what I have to finish. I don't know what it's going to be like anymore if all sports are canceled because I can't do that. But it's like if the NFL still continues to go as which they plan on doing, they release the season tomorrow, which tomorrow is May 7th of 2020, and they're releasing the schedules tomorrow, and it's like I could still potentially do a coaching internship at that level. I mean, it's harder to get into, but it's like, you never know. But we're really excited here, and everything's going great. And like I said, I hope you guys are doing great. I'm gonna finish this off real quick. I only got another go. Funny thing about this was, I've been home for I've been home now for about an hour and a half, and this was my second Oberon of the night. And I also had a post margarita because unfortunately I had to work on Cinco de Mayo, which also doubled as Taco Tuesday. And we had tacos, which is great, but I'm just trying to play catch up. Obviously, I am with you guys for all you other essential workers. I am with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. For the people that aren't working, I just hope you're being able to find peace in knowing that you're doing the right thing by staying home. And, I hope your road is easy. But, obviously everyone says this. We are truly all in this together, you know, and coming from just a Midwestern college student, you know, I truly care about what you're going through. You know, email me, comment me. If you want to talk, I will take the time to talk to you. I'm not like I said. I don't know if I said this in my first video or my latest video. I am not in this for the fame. If you want someone to talk to, I will talk to you, and I will be there for you. But until then, we're just gonna try to take this one step at a time. I'm like I said, I got done with finals, but I'm finally done, and I'm gonna be back to doing a video every 3 days. For the people who have subscribed, for the people who watch these videos, thank you. I hope you guys are well and safe, and I hope you guys take the time to watch these ones. But until next time, I am Ryan. Thank you for watching another episode of Chat and Craft, and we will see you all later. Take care.